The Biden administration is now pushing for a major shift in policy on marijuana. HHS Secretary Javier Becerra confirmed his department is asking the DEA to reclassify marijuana to a less restrictive category of drug. Right now, marijuana is on the Schedule 1 list. This is the most restrictive, includes drugs such as heroin, also LSD. Health and Human Services wants to move marijuana to Schedule 3. That would put it alongside Tylenol with codeine, anabolic steroids. Secretary Becerra said he was following a directive from the president. Let's speak now with Paul Armentano. He's the deputy director of NORML, which is a nonprofit lobbying group that has pushed for the full legalization of marijuana since the 1970s. He also wrote the book, Marijuana is Safer, So Why Are We Driving People to Drink? Good to have you on, sir. Thanks so much for joining us today. First, I want to ask a question about the effect of this. Recreational pot is now legal in 23 states. It's legal for medicinal use in 38 states. What would be the practical effect of a national move designating marijuana to a less restrictive class of drugs?
Well, on the one hand, it's refreshing that some 80 years after cannabis was initially removed from pharmacies in the United States, that the federal government is once again finally recognizing its medical utility. That said, as a matter of policy, this proposed change by the Biden administration does little to address the widening divide between state legal marijuana laws and federal law. In fact, every state legalization law that you just mentioned that is currently in conflict with federal marijuana laws today would remain in conflict with federal law going forward when and if the administration goes through with this Schedule 3 classification.
Okay, and I understand that difference between state and federal laws, but there are dangers here. A 2021 study found that cannabis use disorder is on the rise. A 2020 analysis found that 22% of users would develop an addiction during the lifetime, and that rate is higher for younger people who smoked weekly or every day, about 33%. I wonder, why downgrade marijuana's classification when we are seeing evidence of some risks for some people?
Look, marijuana is here to stay. It's part of our society. That's why states have moved in this direction to regulate cannabis accordingly. If criminalizing and prohibiting cannabis worked, you and I wouldn't be having this conversation right now. The federal government would be having these conversations right now. The reality is that cannabis is not innocuous. That is why it ought to be regulated accordingly. Any risks from cannabis are best mitigated by a policy of legalization, regulation, and education. Those risks are only compounded and exacerbated by a policy of prohibition, stigmatization, and criminalization.
I understand that there is a difference, though, between criminalization and greatly widening access. And I do understand that you actually propose a descheduling of marijuana, which would remove it from the Controlled Substances Act. I guess I just wonder, as this is moving, it's moving very quickly in some places, and now this would be a national step. Is it possible it's moving too quickly, and we're doing so without being conscious of the risks?
Absolutely not. We've had prohibition in this country for over a century. The American public knows it doesn't work. Most politicians know that it doesn't work. Look, the reason that we call for removing cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act altogether is so states have the flexibility to regulate cannabis as they see fit. Tobacco and alcohol are not in the Controlled Substances Act. Those are substances that are well recognized that pose far more greater hazards to health than cannabis. We should at least treat marijuana equally.
Paul Armentano, it's an interesting conversation. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.